Martin Luther King Jr. was a pivotal figure in the American civil rights movement, known for his powerful oratory skills, unwavering commitment to nonviolent activism, and dedication to achieving racial equality. Raised in a secure middle-class family, King was introduced early on to the realities of racial segregation. His education and experiences shaped his beliefs in equality and justice. He graduated from Morehouse College, where he was exposed to Mahatma Gandhi's nonviolent philosophy. Later, he pursued further studies, earning a PhD in systematic theology from Boston University. King led the charge against racial segregation and discrimination in the United States. He emphasized the importance of nonviolent protest and civil disobedience as potent tools for effecting social change. The Montgomery bus boycott was a seminal event in the American civil rights movement and a crucial moment in the life of Martin Luther King Jr. It was on December 1, 1955. Rosa Parks, a black woman, refused to give up her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Her arrest for violating segregation laws sparked outrage and became a catalyst for change. In response to Parks' arrest, local civil rights leaders, including Martin Luther King Jr., organized the Montgomery bus boycott, urging African Americans to boycott the city's buses until they were desegregated. The boycott aimed to challenge the racial segregation on Montgomery's public transportation system. African Americans, who comprised the majority of bus riders, chose to walk, carpool, or use alternative modes of transportation for over a year. Martin Luther King Jr. emerged as a prominent leader during the boycott, advocating for nonviolent protest and civil disobedience. The boycott was coordinated by Montgomery Improvement Association, with King elected as its president. The MIA filed a lawsuit challenging the constitutionality of segregated public transportation. In 1956, the Supreme Court ruled in Browder v. Gale that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional, ending the boycott. The Montgomery bus boycott marked a significant victory in the struggle against segregation and demonstrated the effectiveness of nonviolent protest in achieving civil rights objectives. It elevated Martin Luther King Jr. to national prominence as a leader of the civil rights movement. The success of the boycott inspired similar nonviolent resistance efforts across the United States. It also propelled King and others to continue their fight against racial injustice, leading to further pivotal moments in the civil rights movement. King played a crucial role in founding the SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization focused on advancing civil rights throughout nonviolent protests and community activism. One of King's most iconic moments came during the March on Washington in 1963 when he delivered his legendary "I Have a Dream" speech.
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
His stirring words called for an end to racism and envisioned a future of racial harmony and equality. Here's a breakdown of its key elements and themes. King opens the speech by referencing the Emancipation Proclamation and Lincoln's promise of freedom for slaves, highlighting the historical context of the struggle for civil rights. The central theme revolves around King's vision of racial harmony and equality. He represses his dream of a future where individuals are judged by their character, not the color of their skin. King uses vivid metaphors and powerful imagery to illustrate his dream, painting a picture of unity and justice. King demands an end to racial segregation and discrimination, emphasizing the urgency of the situation. He urges the nation to live up to its promises of freedom and equality for all citizens. Throughout the speech, King emphasizes the importance of nonviolent protest and civil disobedience as powerful tools for effecting change, echoing the philosophy of the civil rights movement. King uses powerful rhetorical devices, including repetition, parallelism, and anaphora, with the famous refrain,
I have a dream.
His use of repetition amplifies the speech's emotional impact and reinforces the message of hope and determination. King calls for unity among Americans of all races and backgrounds in the pursuit of justice, equality, and freedom. The speech concludes with a hopeful tone, expressing confidence in the eventual realization of his dream and the belief that justice will prevail. King's "I Have a Dream" speech not only galvanized the civil rights movement, but also resonated deeply with people across the nation and the world. Its powerful language, impassioned delivery, and enduring message continue to inspire generations in the pursuit of equality and justice for all. In 1964, King was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his commitment to nonviolent resistance against racial injustice. His efforts contributed significantly to the passing of key legislation, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlawed discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, or national origin, and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, aimed at protecting voting rights for African Americans. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated on April 4, 1968, in Memphis, Tennessee. He was standing on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel when he was fatally shot by James Earl Ray. Ray, a fugitive at the time, was motivated by racist and white supremacist beliefs. He claimed that he was not acting on behalf of any organization or group, and later pleaded guilty to the murder to avoid the death penalty. Ray's motives were rooted in his racist ideology, and he admitted that he was driven by a desire to become a hero among white supremacists. The assassination shocked the nation and marked a tragic end to King's tireless efforts in the fight against racial injustice and inequality. King's death sparked widespread grief and outrage, leading to a renewed commitment to the civil rights movement.
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some different. A long life, longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing anything.
King's legacy extends far beyond his lifetime. He remains an enduring symbol of the pursuit of justice, equality, and civil rights globally. His birthday, January 15th, is celebrated as a federal holiday in the United States, honoring his contribution to the nation. King's dedication to justice and equality made an indelible mark on American history and inspired generations of activists worldwide to continue the fight for social justice and equality for all. What do you think? Comment down in the section below and don't forget to like and subscribe.